Hey guys, welcome to the second part on my tutorial on how to intuitively solve the Rubik's 4x4. In our previous video, I discussed on how to match the centerpieces correctly with the color scheme and everything. And now the second part is going to talk about how to pair up these edge pieces together. And this is where the fun part comes in. Again, we're trying to make this look like a 3x3. And then we're going to solve the 4x4 as if it is a 3x3. And that'll make more sense when we get past this step. Now, as we see here, I need to match up these edge pieces. And what I have here is I have a red and white and a red and white up here. So what I need to do is I need to find a way to bring this down here, so that way when I bring this over, it'll match up that pair. And I'll show you what that looks like. I need to find a way to match those pairs up. And then I'm going to knock it out, so that way when I bring this back, because my centerpiece is messed up, that way when I bring it back, these won't be messed up. Okay? So I'll show you what that is here in just a second. Alright. So, there are two ways I can put this piece in here. I can either go like this, which is correct because they're opposite from each other, and I can just slide it over. And then there's this way, where I can bring it in like that, and they're on the same side, which is incorrect. So I need to make sure that I have it in correctly orientated, and I'll show you the different ways to do that. First, I'm just going to try to give you the idea and the concept so you don't look at me with a confused face and start commenting on what was I talking about. So, red and white, red and white. So what I need to do is I need to just bring it over after I match them up, or put the pair on the bottom. And then what I need to do is I need to bring this up and find an unsolved side or an unsolved edge piece, and these two are clearly unsolved because it's two different colors. I'm going to bring that in its place, so that way I'm just knocking this piece out, bringing it back down, and then pushing it back over. So now I have a solved edge piece, and I brought my original centerpieces back to the way they were supposed to be. And I'm going to show you another step. Here's another good one. I already have this one right here, right in position, and I have this one right in position. So not only can I go that way, I can also go the other direction to match them up. And then I come up here, and I can't use this side because it's already fixed, because if I bring it back down and push it over, I'm going to mess up that side. So I need to go one more. I know that these two are unsolved, so I just bring that down and push it back over. And also, if you noticed, in the process I accidentally solved these as well. And those are going to happen occasionally while you're solving a 4x4. And those are good because they're helpful. Alright, so let's go ahead and find a situation that I can show you. Alright, now I have white and blue, white and blue. Now I can't come in and just stick it in like this because they'll be on the same bottom row. I need to make sure that one's on the bottom and one's on the top. So what I need to bring that over. And as if I was sticking in a corner piece, like if this were a corner piece, I need to stick it in like that. Okay? But in reality, we're not sticking a corner piece in, we're just sticking in this edge piece. So we need this blue to be on top. So when I bring this top up, imagine the blue being right here. So I bring it up, I know that when I bring the blue over here, it's going to end up being on top when I bring it back down. Okay? Now, if you're still thinking, okay, I need the blue on top here, I'm bringing it up here, I notice it is still blue, but it's blue and yellow, not the blue and white, and I need the blue and white on the top, which is not going to happen if I do it this direction. So if I bring it over, I imagine this being on the top, then I know that it's going to be in the position that I need it to be. So here's the bottom, here's the top. I'm going to bring it over. Okay, I need to find an unsolved edge piece, which that one's solved, that one's solved, that one's solved. That one is not solved. So I'm going to come up. I'm going to replace it with this piece, with this edge piece right here. Bring it back down, push it back over, and there, it's still unsolved like we needed to. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 solved edges. And my centerpieces are still aligned correctly. So what I need to do now is I like to flip the cube over So that way I'm not having to worry about the bottom side because I've already fixed all of them. So now I'm just going to look down here, and I'm going to continue on with my search to solve all the edges. Alright, I have my green and white here. Now I need to imagine there's green and white on the top. So when I bring it up, I know this is going to be on the top. When I push it over, slides right on the top, bring it back down, top, bottom. Push it over, I look for an unsolved edge. They're all unsolved, so it doesn't matter. I'll just come in, bring it back in, and push it over. So now I have a solved side. Looking more. Okay, I already have orange and green, orange and green. I need to imagine this being on the bottom because this is on the top. So I need to imagine this part being where this is supposed to be. So if I come up, and I see that, I know that if I bring this over, it's going to still be on the bottom, metaphorically, when I put it back down. Okay, so I know it's going to be on the bottom when I replace it with this piece. Come in, and back down. Simple enough. I'm just going to push that over, find an unsolved side. I've got 1, 2, 3, and this one is solved, so I need to use this one or this one or this one. But when I pop it up, that one gets knocked out of place, so I'm only going to have these two to choose from. So I'm going to come in, I pick that one, come back down, fix my centerpieces, and voila. Looking forward, I've got red and yellow, red and yellow. I need this to be on the bottom. Here's the bottom. Okay, I know that when I push it over, it's going to replace the bottom. I come here, then I just push that over, and there we go. Now when I come up, I need to use this unsolved corner, so I'm going to spin twice. 1, 2. Replaces where my edge piece originally was. Bring it back down, push it back over, and there you go. Let's look for one more, and then I'm going to have this last one solved. Let's see. Okay, I've got blue and orange, orange and blue. So I need this one to be on the top. So I know that if I come up here and switch it here, it's going to be on the bottom. So what I need to do is I need to change the direction. I'm going to put the orange right here, orange and blue. Come up, spin it up, and now it's on the top. So now when I push it over, they match up. Here's my unsolved side. I go up to the left and back down, put the pieces back together. Now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top done. Then if I look over here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 done here. So now I'm pretty much stuck, and I need to find a way to match up all these edge pieces without messing up the center pieces. And this is where it gets fun. Kind of like what we did with the center pieces, where we had to put them on the same side in order to spin it twice and bring it back down so that way everything worked together. We're going to have to do that with the edge pieces now. And here's a great example. I've got red and blue here, red and blue here. They're on the same row. And now what I have to do is I need to slide this over, like I did with the center pieces. But I can't just spin it twice now, because then I'll mess up the centers. But I've got to find a way to flip these two edge pieces without messing up any of the center pieces. And here's how we do that. And this is really intuitive. Okay, you match them up, or not match them up, but you just slide it over. And when this spins down, this is going to come on top, and it's going to fix itself. So I'm going to go up, right, down, left. Spin. Up, right, down. Okay, and now I just flip those two, so then when I bring the center pieces back around, they line up. Alright, let's look at another example. I've got red and green, red and green. So now what I need to do is I'm actually going to flip it around just so that way this makes more sense. If you just for now, right, make sure you put them at the top so it makes more sense to you. So that way all I have to do is just spin the top two layers. So I need to get we'll do it the left side this time, because you can do it either this way or you can do it this way, just as long as they're on the same side. And if I turn right, then I'm going to have to come up here. Yeah, okay, I'll show you. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to push it over that direction, and then I'm going to go up, left, down, right, turn, up, left, down. Okay, then bring that back over, and they're aligned. And so far, all my edge pieces are completely fixed still. So now, occasionally, you'll have it where it runs into something like this, where if I bring it over here, they're fixed, or if I bring it over here, they're fixed as well. Now what we need to do is we need to flip them, or at least we need to flip one of these sides, so that way the orange is on the bottom, the blue is on top, so that way they match the same row of the color that they're on. So in order to do that, we just do the flip technique again. We go up, right, down, left, turn, up, right, down. Okay, and you can even watch it. I'll show you this. This is really nice, because once you see it, it makes more sense. If you watch this piece right here, I'm just popping it out like an edge piece, and then I'm just flipping it in the wrong way. I guess if I were to bring in a centerpiece like that, I would just go up, right, down, left, and then I just stick it in correctly. Now, of course, the corner piece isn't in the right spot, but that's not what we're trying to show. We're just trying to show the matching of the edge piece. So here's my edge piece quote. Up, right, down, left. And you notice I'm just changing the orientation. So now they're the same direction. So then I'm going to push that over. Up, right, down, left. Up, right, down. Then I just bring it back over. And I now have all my edge pieces completely done. And this is now officially a 3x3 that we can solve. But there are parity errors that will come with that, and I will show you that in my part 3 of how to intuitively solve the Rubik's 4x4. So please subscribe to my videos and like my page, Cube Addict. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you guys later.